Welcome to the lecture number 6. Second example of Sylvester theorem is use Sylvester theorem to verify log of e to the power a is equal to a where a is equal to 0, 1, minus 2, 3. In last lecture we have studied one example on Sylvester theorem as well as statement of Sylvester theorem. So what is statement of Sylvester theorem? Any polynomial can be expressed as a sum of p of lambda 1 into z of lambda 1 plus p of lambda 2 into z of lambda 2 and so on. So here first we need to find out a. A is given 0, 1, minus 2, 3. We need to find out lambda I minus a. So lambda write first, then subtract diagonal element from it, that is lambda minus 0 is lambda and lambda minus 3. Next change the sign of non-diagonal element, so it is minus 1 and plus 2. Now equation is lambda, characteristic equation is determinant of lambda I minus a is equal to 0. So lambda square minus s1 lambda plus determinant of a is equal to 0. Find substituting value for s1 and determinant of a, it is lambda square minus s1 is sum of diagonal elements, so it is 0 plus 3 into lambda, and determinant of a is 0 plus 2. It is equal to 0. So this is lambda square minus 3 lambda plus 2 is equal to 0. What are the roots of this equation? Lambda is equal to 2 and 1 or 1 and 2. Lambda is equal to 1 and 2 are the roots of this equation. So what is lambda 1? Lambda 1 is 1 and lambda 2 is 2. Okay, what is phi of lambda? Here only you should write phi of lambda. So second step is phi of lambda is equal to lambda square minus 3 lambda plus 2. Then phi dash of lambda, it is equal to derivative with respect to lambda. This is 2 lambda minus 3. Then next we want z of lambda. So for z of lambda we want adjoint. So third step is adjoint of lambda I minus a. So it is equal to adjoint of lambda I minus a means interchanging diagonal element and changing the sign of non-diagonal element. So this is our adjoint matrix. Next z of lambda, it is equal to adjoint divided by phi dash of lambda. So write down equation. Adjoint of lambda I minus a divided by phi dash of lambda. So this is equal to phi dash of lambda is 1 upon 2 lambda minus 3 multiplied by lambda minus 3 1 minus 2 and lambda. Now next is z of lambda 1. So z of lambda 1, it is equal to z of 1, which is equal to 1 upon 2 multiplied by 1 minus 3 multiplied by 1 minus 3, 1 minus 2 and 1. It is equal to 1 upon 2 minus 3 is minus 1 multiplied by minus 2, 1 minus 2, 1. So you can multiply it by minus sign also, it will be better. So this is plus 2 minus 1 minus 1. This is z of lambda 1. Now to find out z of lambda 2, replace lambda 2 by 2. So z of 2 it is z of 2. It is equal to 1 upon 2 multiplied by 2 minus 3 multiplied by 2 minus 3, 1 minus 2 and 2. So this is equal to 1 by 4 minus 3 is 1 and 2 minus 3 is minus 1, then 1 minus 2 and 2. So this is our z of lambda 2. Now next is p of a. So next step is p of a. P of a, it is equal to, what is our statement? What we need to prove here? Log of e to the power a is equal to a. So our statement is log of e to the power a. So log of p of a is equal to log of e to the power a. Now what we want? P of lambda 1. So P of lambda 1 is P of 1, which is equal to log of e to the power replace a by lambda 1, so e to the power 1, which is equal to log a. And what is log a? Log a to the base e, it is always 1. So this is equal to 1. Then p of lambda 2, which is equal to p of 2. So log of e to the power 2. So by using logarithmic property, we know that log of m to the power n is equal to n into log of m. N into log of m. So use this property here, 2 into log of e, and log e is 1, so answer is 2. So p of lambda 2 is 2. Next, use equation P statement of Sylvester theorem. P of a is equal to P of lambda 1 into Z of lambda 1 plus P of lambda 2 into Z of lambda 2. What is P of a? Log of e to the power a. P of lambda 1 is 1. Z of lambda 1. Z of lambda 1 is 2. Z of lambda 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 minus 1 plus P of lambda 2. P of lambda 2 is 2 multiplied by Z of lambda 2, which is minus 1 1 minus 2 2. Simplify it further. 2 minus 2, it is 0, then 0, then minus 1 plus 2, it is 1. 2 minus 4, it is minus 2, and 1 minus 1 plus 4, it is 3. So this is nothing but the given matrix A. So we obtained the result log of e to the power a, it is equal to a. This is the final result. Second example is, if m is equal to 2, 1, 3, 4, find the value of m square minus 3m plus I using Sylvester theorem. Problem statement is here P of a, but a is not given. Instead of a we have given m, so we can represent it as P of m. P of m is given as m square minus 3m plus I. This is a polynomial. Now to find out answer directly, m square minus 3m plus I we will get directly. But instead of that, if we use Sylvester theorem, then also we will get same answer. So you can check your answer by using that technique also. Substituting m square minus 3m plus I, you will get same answer. Okay. So first step is write down, find out lambda m minus I. So m is given as 2, 1, 3, 4. Then find out lambda m minus I. So it is equal to lambda I minus m. This is lambda I minus m. It is equal to lambda minus 2, then lambda minus 4, and this is minus 1 minus 3. Okay. Then next is determinant of lambda I minus m is equal to 0. So here lambda q square minus s1 lambda plus determinant of a is equal to 0. So equation is lambda square minus s1 lambda plus determinant of m is equal to 0. So lambda square minus s1 is sum of diagonal element plus determinant of a. So it is 8 minus 3 is equal to 0. So lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 5 is equal to 0. So this is lambda minus 1 and lambda minus 5. So lambda is equal to, we obtained 1 and 5. Lambda 1 is equal to 1 and another is lambda 2 is equal to 5. Second step is find out phi of m. Phi of m is equal to lambda square minus phi of lambda it is. Phi of lambda is equal to lambda square minus 6 lambda plus 5. Now phi dash of lambda. Phi dash of lambda, it is equal to 2 lambda minus 6. Next we want z of lambda. So to get z of lambda is equal to z of lambda equal to adjoint of lambda I minus m divided by phi dash of lambda. Phi dash of lambda. So this is third step. Now adjoint of lambda I minus m is interchanging diagonal element and changing the sign of non-diagonal element, and phi dash of lambda is 1 upon 2 lambda minus 6. Interchanging diagonal element, so it is lambda minus 4 lambda minus 2, and changing the sign of non-diagonal element, so it is 1 and 3. Okay, now first is we want to find out z of lambda 1, which is equal to z of 1. It is equal to 1 upon 2 minus 6. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. 1, 3, and 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So 2 minus, this is 1 by 4 times, taking minus out inside the matrix, because 2 minus 6 is minus 4. Minus 4 if we take outside, minus if we take out inside the matrix, it becomes 3 minus 1, then minus 3 and plus 1. So this is z of lambda 1. Next find out z of lambda 2, which is equal to z of 5. So this is 1 upon 5 into 2, 10 minus 6. 5 minus 4 is 1, 1, 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. So this is equal to 1 by 4 times 1, 1, 3, 3. Next we want P of m. So fourth step is P of m is equal to m square minus 3m plus I. So m square minus 3m plus I, this is P of m. So P of lambda 1 is P of 1, which is equal to 1 square is 1 minus 3, and identity matrix value is always 1. So it is equal to 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Then P of lambda 2, which is equal to P of 5. So it is equal to 5 square, which is 25 minus 5 into 3, 15 plus 1. So it is equal to 26 minus 15. 26 minus 15. So we have obtained 11. Okay. Next is statement of Sylvester theorem. P of A, P of m here. P of m is equal to P of lambda 1 into Z of lambda 1 plus P of lambda 2 into Z of lambda. See, if we have 3 eigenvalues, then we write one more thing, P of lambda 3 into Z of lambda 3. But it will be when a given matrix is 3 cross 3 matrix, Z of lambda 2. Okay, so P of m, it is m square minus 3m plus I. It is equal to P of lambda 1 is minus 1, Z of lambda 1 is 1 by 4 times 3 minus 1 minus 3, 1, plus P of lambda 2 is 1 up by 4 times 11 by 4 times 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3. So simplify it. 1 by 4 is common term, we take it outside, and minus 3 plus 11, or you can multiply it, minus 3 then plus 1 plus 3 and minus 1 plus 11 multiplied by that matrix, it is 11, 11, then 33, 33. So this is equal to 1 by 4 times minus 3 plus 11, it is equal to so we obtained the result 1 by 4 times 8, 12, 36, 32, addition of these two, and if we divide it by 4 we get 2, 3, 9, 8. So answer for m square minus 3m, m square minus 3m plus I, it is equal to matrix 2, 3, 9, 8. And if you solve this m into m minus 3 into m plus identity matrix, then also you will get same answer. Hence by using Sylvester theorem we are getting same answer by using normal technique also. So this is the use of Sylvester theorem. Any polynomial can be expressed in matrix form by using Sylvester theorem. So thank you very much.